pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our... Here he comes, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, an Olympic bronze.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. That counter punch caught him clean. These two fighters are made for one another. After so much pre-hype fight and social media drama, I can't believe we're actually in the midst of them fighting.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Nice counter shot. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Throws the jab and doesn't score. The perfect counter lands. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. Well, we're in. Here we go, it's round 2. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
This fighter told us yesterday, I don't get paid by the minute. I'm going to go in there and try and knock my opponent out as soon as possible.
Sluggers just want to mow you down. They want to walk straight through as though you do not exist. You've got to be fit for this one.
That right hook's blocked. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Good counter punching. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blanket on them.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Wilder in that last round.
Switch on.
The bell rings and we start the third. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Punch, counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Those punches add up. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
How about that time counter shot? Nice counter. No rest for the weary. Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Chris misses with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. As bad
Close to this fight.
There's the bell for round 4. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. You'd like to see more jabs. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That jab misses. Can't land the jab there. Beautiful counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round.
What you doing?
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? How did they not go down?
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nobody home with that hook. Nope, that hook won't score. When are we going to see a jab from these two? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Wilder in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
The bell sometimes it...
There's the bell to start round 6. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Perfect counter shot. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Oh, that punch. And he fails to score with that left hook. A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go, and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
Take the round up.
And there's the bell for round 7. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Not quite quick enough with that counter punch. They exchange punches. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Well done with that counter shot. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Both men step back for just a moment. There's a counter shot. Catch and shoot. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won. There's the bell to start round 8. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. He misses with that jab. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. That counter shot lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, you don't see it very often, but here it is. This fight ends in a draw.
You know what? That's fair. And for the fans, I feel sorry for the fans because they wanted to walk away with some winner. But eventually, these guys are going to have to do it all over again. A draw.